blue-white Heliod, blue-white life gain, whatever you want to call it here. So the basic idea is that Cauldron Familiar Oven is a great way to have a consistent source of life gain, and it actually synergizes with Daxos, not only on the enters play, but also on the leaves play, because this triggers whenever another one of our creatures dies as well. So one familiar loop with Daxos out gains us 3 individual life, which triggers Heliod 3 times, or triggers Pridemate 3 times, or triggers Strength the Pride, their token 3 times. Now, the downside to having the second color in this archetype is the fact that turning Heliod into a creature is something that's going to happen a lot less consistently than it does in the mono white build. Magic Pocket, thanks for the 14 months. In fact, usually it's pretty trivial to turn this on in the mono white build. This build is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Good call on auto-ordered triggered abilities. Wait. You can hide alternate art styles? There are people out there who don't look at my beautiful borderless cards? I spent so much money so my people could know how much better my cards are than theirs. Why is that an option? You've done a horrible injustice to this whale, Wizards of the Coast. How are they supposed to know how much more money I've spent than them? My borderless cards are literally unplayable. People are having lag issues due to the borderless effects. Yeah, that's part of the competitive advantage they're supposed to give me. Come on now. First they can't buy foils, now they can't buy computers to run my foils. Golly. Now I know how billionaires feel, chat. The plebs are coming for them. This is how Jeff Bezos feels when he like walks outside. Like look at all these peasants. I want to text only UI something. Why didn't I sack my Daxos? Because I missed it. For everybody sitting at home wondering, we were talking and reading chat and having a good time. And I missed it. I'll do better next time, I promise.
You'll thank me later.
That's not true. I'll probably mess up again, but still.
Might be a bad idea.
Sure. Card seems good here. Seems much better than Charming Prince, right? Like Charming Prince basically. I wouldn't be surprised if Charming Prince doesn't last long. Jeskai Fires. Okay, it's been a hot second since we played against some Jeskai Fires.
Let's try this.
So it's hard to put too many black only sources in our deck because we're trying to cast Daxos somewhat consistently. And maybe I could give up a few more. I think we're on 24 lands. I have 2 black only lands at the moment. I don't know if it's strictly that the auto tapper's gotten worse every set so much as they just don't add like the new lands and stuff into it. We get to draw 2 here at least. Oh, I should have made a food though. Again, remember when I said I was gonna do better? Remember when I said I was gonna do better? Listen, nobody actually believed that, right? You're not new here, right? That's relevant too, because like eating the food would have triggered Heliod. It probably doesn't matter. It looks like we're pretty dead here. Yeah, Mono White Heliod's a great deck to put back in the queue. Deck's great. Alright, Oathicai is real bad here. Gideon's good against sweepers. Banishing Light takes their fires out of play. Charming Prince makes sideboarding easier. Maybe that's why he's here. I guess I probably want Murderous Rider. Do I? How reactive do I want to be? Hey, Toontingy. Thank you for the 11 months. Dumesk. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thank you for the entire year of support. A one cut. I've got 24 lands in this deck. Oh yeah, I have 5 swamps. Yeah, I could probably play some black castles. At least 1 or 2. Life's Bounty. Yeah, maybe. Life's Bounty could be okay. That card's been relatively impressive in the other deck that we played. Come on, Magic Arena. Some seriously release-ready sound effects. What am I cutting? Am I bottoming a land? Is that greedy? I think it's greedy, but I'm doing it anyways. So, Pioneer as a whole is eventually coming to Arena. Thanks for the tip, Pathfinder. I appreciate the support. Get that re-added after we're done today. However, they don't have a firm timeline on when exactly that's happening because it's a very large undertaking. What they did mention was that they expect to start slowly adding sets to Arena that will add cards a little bit at a time. They plan to do like Pioneer remastered sets to introduce large chunks of them piece by piece. Probably gonna see them stop my face here. That's a question we don't know. We don't know if sets added for Pioneer cards become historic legal. As someone who has some experience with software development and knows people in the industry, I would be very surprised if Pioneer in its entirety is on Arena in less than 3 years. It's a very, very large undertaking to get all that added. Pioneer coming to Arena might finally be the thing that kills Moto. Possibly, yeah. Now that being said, there's a lot of things they could do in the in-between too. Like they could give us a Pioneer Light style format, basically. I'm gonna lifelink this and smack them for 3. We died? We're not dead yet. Land off the top's really good here. I get to hit them for 2 with lifelink. So I go to 6. And then this turns into a 4/4. And then this 3/3 can trade with their Bone Crusher Giant. And then we go down to 2. And then I can lifelink for 4 next turn. And then like, now I'm racing the Sphinx. Solidly not dead yet. Yeah, that's true. Historic can't eventually become Pioneer because there's cards in Historic that aren't Pioneer legal from their injections, and that's their intention. This is a really weird, I guess, like, we're still not dead, right? And we're actually in a pretty okay spot now. Because, like, this lets me sack this and lose their thing, and now I get to trigger Heliod and Pridemate again, right? Sounds actually incredibly bad on their part. Now I get to sack this and put this up to a 6/6, and then gain 6. Hey, what's up, dude? How was school today?
We got the sucker from school.
You got a sucker from school. Lucky kid. Pretty great. Got your red sucker?
Yeah. Check out the red one too.
Yeah, flashback drafts would be good. They could also put together cube drafts. Flashback drafts are similar to that. They could also, what are other things they could do? They could kill us with this Cavalier Flame off the top. I guess that was bound to happen, right? They were scrying every turn with this. We were so close to stabilizing there. So close to stabilizing. I'm gonna cut these Charming Princes. I think they're silly. I would be, so like, while I would be surprised if Pioneer was available on Magic Arena anytime super soon in its entirety, I think Wizards would be missing by a huge margin if we don't get a cube on Pioneer, or a cube on Arena this year. Is this card even that good? Is this a card I want to play? Can anybody sell me on this card? I get that it's like a removal spell that kills stuff, but is it that good? I feel like this is probably just too cute and being like a slave to the theme. I feel like that could get me slots too. It does give some devotion, I guess. Can I play this? I kind of want to play this. I can like get to 4 Midnight Reaper, or get to 4 Rider, play another Reaper. That seems fine. Look at this, the curve's a little bit nicer now. All right. Yeah, let's try this. Ooh, when they came in, chat, they took all the heat I had stored up in my office. I had to kick my heater on for a sec. We're currently in the middle of sub-zero temperatures in the cornfields, with the fields by at least. Bye-bye breakers. It only pops when I run the microwave too. The heater's only an issue alongside the microwave. Okay, so like this is the ramp matchup. I would bet this deck has a pretty rancid ramp matchup because we've basically taken the white devotion deck and slowed it down and made it more interactive. We'll see. We only got a little bit of snow. Was not that much. That being said, double bounty here into Heliod could maybe do some work for us. Hey, Atari, I hope you have a nice day as well. Thanks for keeping me around. How's New Standard? Have we tried new cards in Modern? New Standard's been... Oh, are they playing the Vanafear deck? They're playing the Vanafear deck, not Ramp. Okay. Okay. We're actually dipping back into Modern for the first time Friday. Or sorry, Wednesday morning. We're going to try it when I come back. And as for Standard, it's still very early. The jury's kind of still out on Standard. Are we not just dead? No, chat, this doesn't have haste. They have to, yeah, and actually, the fact that they're playing the pod deck and not the ramp deck actually rewards us for being more interactive, right? Like, we get to kill this and then not be dead. If we couldn't kill this, we would be dead next turn, most likely. I am not playing Heliod combo in Modern because playing Heliod combo in Modern involves an incredible amount of tedious clicking on Magic the Gathering Online. The new Heliod combos in Modern with Spike Feeder will be a lot of games where, like, you're winning you won the game, but you don't win because Moto is Moto, which seems less than great. Well, in Pioneer, it's different. In Pioneer, there's no Spike Feeder. So we actually already played Ballista in Pioneer. None of the Pioneer doesn't have Ballista combos that gain you infinite life. Whereas in Modern, you play Ballista with it, but you also play Spike Feeder and Kitchen Finks. This hand's great. Let's do it. Wonder if Banishing Light's better than Murderous Rider. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Murderous Rider has lifelink, which is real. This is really funny with Mayhem Devil. I'm gonna take their Oven. Oven lets them block my fatties. Yeah, Rider's also a body you can put counters on. And just Rider plus Heliod is good. What happened to the Vanifer deck? They conceded after they lost the first game. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Oven there, so that way they can't murder my cat next turn. I could go, like, Oven tapped land. They might also just like Rampier, though. Yeah. That's true, too. Gaining a bunch of life is incidentally very good.
I seek a path. A pure soul can inspire others.
Technically, Heliod can put counters on Banishing Light as well. Ain't that the technical truth? Heliod can kill Treacherous Blessing. That's a good thought. I like that idea. It's pretty good. They do have a statue here, so they're going to get to kill this next turn, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Heliod's very good, Percy, I agree. He's super impressive. I can start making castle tokens and then putting counters on them with Heliod. Oh, they can kill my Oven here, right? Maybe I should have taken that. I wasn't thinking about this getting to kill my Oven. Yes, Castle Heliod is also very good. That one. Kill it dead. Yeah, I agree, Top 10 Hammer. Powerful cards that have small deck building restrictions are a great way to approach the game. Would you like to kill my oven? You would, Reed. Reed. Is there a change in priority between tapping the oven and the cat dying? There is not, Sheriff Wiggles. Sacrificing the creature is before the colon. Everything that happens before the colon. I'm a fan of Spirits and Pioneer. Yeah, archetype seems very good. Aerialist was not included in the original list, and I don't think it's worth including. I think every card we put into this deck that doesn't, every card we want to put into here that doesn't give devotion to white needs to have a real utility purpose, like Murderous Rider. That's really good. Yeah, 12 Pridemates is a lot. I agree. I like that other Pridemates triggerer. The other Pridemates are devotion for Heliod, which is ideal. We're dead. This is the tough part here. Like, I feel like with what our deck is doing, we don't really have the tools to grind with like what our opponent's deck is doing. So I feel like we need to be the aggressor, whereas like this build is slower than the other builds that the mono white build. I'm not sure that being slower and more interactive is an ideal place to be in this format. And that's definitely what this build feels like compared to the mono white build. The mono white build is like all about the beatdown business, and it can grind if it needs to. This is like pulling back on the grind a little bit to be slower. Bellhaunt. Maybe, so like the problem with Bellhaunt is again, like that's a card that pulls us even slower, right? Like what decks in this format is Bellhaunt a playable Magic card against? What, give me a matchup where you think you're like, yeah, I drew a Bellhaunt. Like don't just think about cards that have synergy. Tell me where they're good. And I think if you really think about that, you'll probably realize that there really aren't places where that's good. I don't know, Percy. Like, there's plenty of other things. Like, you can play removal in the mono white build. Like, the mono white deck can still play removal. Now, like this is nice. This is nice. Maybe the change we want is maybe if the cat synergy is worth it, we just want a light splash. Like maybe that's the answer. Like we don't want Murderous Rider. We just want like 12 black sources for Cauldron Familiar, because like this is kind of sweet and Daxos is sweet with the cat too. Yeah, that's fair. It just like is at odds with the devotion aspect too.
I lead the Golgari now. Step aside or be crushed. I won't forgive this.
Yeah, that's true. Oven has no synergy other than being good with the cat here. That's definitely accurate. There's Soul Sister effects in Standard. There are not. Not that our creatures anyways. There might be, I forget if that bad enchantment rotated. But as far as creatures are concerned, there's not more. Impassionated Orator. What set is that from? Alright, and now we can just never get through this cat. I suppose we can eventually ult this Ajani. If we can find a way to gain a bunch of life, like we hit a Daxos. Well, that's very good. The Vanifear deck was very good again today. Mardu, Doom Foretold, and Red Black. I think Red Black is probably the other deck I'm gonna play. Or probably mark as deck of the day. Vraska should -3 our Oven next turn. Maybe. I do have 2 Pridemates. That's a good thought. I should start putting counters on one of the cats. So we just have diversify our attackers. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, I'm hoping Dream Trawler Builder on would be fine. Well, Ajani ult is off the table. Depending on what their hand looks like, we might be able to kill them here. Yeah, they might just kill a Pridemate here. If you're playing Incubation in Congruity, you need north of like 27 creatures. Or like 27 to 28 creatures for Incubation in Congruity. Did I mess up here? Alright, so they sacked this. Now in response, I sack mine. Yeah, I should have probably looped my cat pre-combat. Oh, I could have brought this back, right? But then they could kill it with the Devil Trigger. Nah, I should wait till I have the oven active again to bring this back. Yeah, that felt pretty hopeless. Let me get another Midnight Reaper in here. Like, I just need more ways to see more cards. Hey, Thug Life, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Turn 2 Hushbringer, turn 3 Uro. Sounds sick. Kuranos in the board? You mean the card that stops my cat from coming back? Yeah, like I said, that matchup was a good example of, like, there being a bigger fish, which is, again, like, why mid-range is kind of a tough sell in this format, between ramp and, like, the control decks that exist, like, being this kind of middling spot. You kind of need to be on an extreme. You need to be, like, combo killing people or going, like, as big as humanly possible. Yeah, Mayhem Devil's definitely just better than our random Primates there for sure. Dizzy B, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Oh, 2 color mana bases. So the problem with Kaya is that if you sit down and talk about what we lost to in that matchup, we still lose to their Mayhem Devil, right? Like, it breaks up their oven. I guess maybe breaking up their oven is enough, but, like, the core of what we lost to wasn't oven, it was Mayhem Devil. Hey, Abba Horson, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me around. Running lands is great. And, like, our draw here is basically just the mono white deck draw, right? Yep. Heliod becomes a creature with Ajani is exactly correct.
A pure soul can inspire others.
I'm supposed to leave all these back to protect Ajani? Feel like I probably am. The problem is that if they have a removal spell for Daxos, I can't block because Daxos dying means Heliod no longer works. Perfect. Okay. Them going wide is fine with us. Any spell would be great. let's just try and end the game here. They can kill my Ajani. Yeah, the Lifeland given the free pumps there. Not bad. I think I start making just the Pridemates bigger here.
Sorry I'm late. Trust me, I have a plan.
So Ajani dies, which turns off Heliod. The white aggro deck is great, Hangman. That's definitely my recommendation for efficient laddering at the moment. Staggering Insight? No. Maybe? I actually don't know what the text on that card is offhand. Hey, Doctor. Thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just like all the suggestions for changes to this deck are just like taking the deck and pushing it more and more into a mid-range deck. I really don't think this being a mid-range deck is very good. Oh, yeah, we did play one of those. We played a blue-white Flyers deck. It was okay. I don't think enchant creatures are very good in this format. In a format full of Teferi Time Ravelers and Brazen Borrowers, it's a hard sell to like put an enchant creature on something. Alting. Oh. Yeah, I'm done. Alright, I'm timing out everyone that told me I missed the alt without explaining it, because I missed it. I don't need to be reminded. So, the way I missed it was, I need to lifelink first, because we had exactly an 11-11, and that would have put me to 35. So, I wasn't already at 35, but Heliod targeting Pridemate would have put it up to 35. Some discard spells, a little bit extra grind. Yeah, I think I want these to try and protect my stuff. I'll trim those. Alright, Daxos a little hard to cast, but all the spells here are good. Run a couple of lands off, we'll be in a good spot. I don't want you to feel left out, Steric. Oh, no, that wouldn't be good customer service. White Source. Perfect. Look at Kitty Purrs, chat. Kitty Purrs. Okay. Owl is really excited about that. I'm ready to go. Sorry, Beaks, I got you. We're a very inclusive community. The draw was perfect. It's not good at turning Heliod into a creature. So the hypothesis is we're giving up making Heliod a consistent creature for some interactive elements. We played Murderous Rider instead of interesting. You're still live, Wendy's. I've only been live for 9 hours. If they want to eat the cat here, I draw 2. I think these blocks are good for me. I get to draw 4. Perfect. We have a cat that's ready to come back.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Sure. How has Agonizing Remorse been? I think this card is great in this format. I think if your deck's playing black, it probably wants a giant grip full of Agonizing Remorse. All right, let's start with this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's sack this. I mean, they missed a land drop, right? You think the design on Remorse is better than Erasure? I think from a design perspective, discard spells are poop as always. I'm not a big fan of discard spells from a design perspective. I think it's a good card. I think it's a powerful card worth playing. I think I can think both of those things while not liking them from a card design perspective. I don't know. Discard spells are obviously a part of Magic's core gameplay. I think 2 and 3 mana discard spells are less obnoxious than 1 mana discard spells. At least it's not a green discard spell. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I get to go Heliod, Cat, attack you, sack the cat, bring it back. Do I want to give this lifelink? Do I care about this Thought Erasure? Because, like, they have 2 Ashiok's anyways, right? Yeah, I'm just going to make this bigger.
I've got it.
So, in the mono white build, we play a few different flying creatures, and we also play the Fairy Guide Mother, which can give a creature flying till end of turn. That's been relevant. Something else that's come up that we haven't done yet with this build that happens to the other build is this gives protection from a color. So if your opponent's mono-colored, you can punch through.
All your fears are given form.
Yes, his second cat was lethal, right? We hit them here. Gosh, we might have won the first game too if I'd have not missed the surprise lethal on the Ajani. So they do this. We sack the cat. We bring it back. This turns into a 3-3. They take one more. Yeah, the attack with their heroes when my life total's as high as it is seemed real loose. The Guide Mother's Adventure is a sorcery. In fact, if you watch me play last night, you'll see me try and cast it as an instant and be very sad. Yeah, the Black Cats did some real work there. Midnight Reaper also drew us a number of cards. Seeing some power from the Black Splash. I think in a world where mid-range is playable, what this deck is doing is very reasonable. I just feel like a lot of the payoffs for being in mid-range get kind of outwritten by like what the ramp decks are doing. Our mana's super awkward. Maybe this isn't a keep. I don't know. Midnight Reapers are both pretty good. Really want to draw planes on 2. Has Green Ramp ever been a healthy archetype for the game? Let me look it up. What was the deck called? Wolf Run Ramp, was it? I think that archetype was fine. Am I misremembering what this deck did? I think this one was fine. This deck mostly played 2 mana accelerants. This one from that World's Tournament was a combo deck with Primeval Titan. Kinda. So like Inkmoth Nexus Keswick Wolf Run was kind of a combo, but it played very similar. One whole deck. Yeah, I guess that doesn't bode well for the ramp archetype. That was the standard I started into, Jace. Or started playing competitively. New Phyrexia Innistrad. That standard format was where I really dove in. Alright, I think I'm gonna cash this Midnight Reaper in as a divination. Am I? Nah, I'm gonna wait. It might be appealing to throw these away just so I can hit land drops.
Heroes, rally to me.
Huh? So they get to hit us for 6 this turn. Life's Bounty Midnight Reaper is a bit of a combo. I did not mean to take from their graveyard, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's actually the first time I've done that. I was like, wait, there's a revoke existence. I didn't see that card. Nope, definitely didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I said the other day that was going to happen to me at some point. Like, that's one of those things where, like, yeah, I technically messed up for that to happen, but the way in which that card is programmed is really bad. Like, that is programmed in a way that's going to induce people to make mistakes a lot. and then the top 2 cards of their deck, yeah. I feel bad, because, like, I punted the first game of this set by not realizing I could ult the Ajani, and then, like, this game we probably win if I could play my Heliod, but I can't play my Heliod because they have a revoke existence that I could have taken. So, like, I guess we just jam it now that we drew a second one. But, like, yeah, feels bad, man. Huge feel bad. Agonizing Remorse can exile cards from their graveyard, and if you're not paying super close attention, it opens their graveyard by default instead of opening their hand. So it pulled up their graveyard, and I was doing 2 things at once like I'm known to do. And okay, we're in a pretty okay spot in spite of my mistakes here. Playing the second Daxos gains 2, not 4. Because they're both another creature. So this triggers twice from this one entering and dying. But yeah, Daxos isn't terrible in multiples because you can play him and die. I think this is a mistake. I think they did this because they wanted to Oathakaya my Murderous Rider, not realizing I was going to get to put a counter on it with Heliod. So maybe their turn to make a bit of a misstep. Is it a bug? It depends on how you define a bug. It's largely arbitrary whether or not you consider that a bug. You have 9 cards in their bins. Their Elspeth's gonna get to come back sometime soon.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah, I would assume that that's working the way it was, like, they programmed it to work that way, and I would just assume that whoever programmed it doesn't have a lot of experience actually playing Magic, or, like, if they do, they didn't sit down and think about what the typical use case would be. That's a good perspective. It's not technically a bug, but it should be treated like one. Are we dead? Feel like we're dead. Needed one of our if we had a second castle here, we might be okay. But without a second castle on this many lands, we just can't play through.
Making this up as I go.
Creeping
you're going to fight, fight beside me.
They get to cast my Heliod here in a second with their Ashiok. You draw like Murderous Rider, maybe have a chance. Okay. Losing Midnight Reaper here feels bad. Yeah, I get to keep my Heliod here. Take a break. Stop playing checkers. We're playing 4D chess over here. Cards got text. Text on text on text.
All who seek justice.
I'll protect you.
Losing Daxos could be the end of it. Dang it, Bobby. Dang it. Dang it. They are making me choose. How can I choose? I love both of you equally. Don't make me choose. You can't make me decide who I love more. I refuse. I'm not getting between my dads and the divorce. All right, let's play. Let's try one more. I probably would have won the first game there if I hadn't messed up. Let's try one more. Give it a fair shake. What are spells? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Feels magic, man. Like, come on, Shuffler. This ain't even real at this point. Wait, what even is Magic the Gathering, chat? Who is Magic anyways? All right, I'm done. These people are great. This deck, I think, is worse than the more aggressive deck. I'm taking tomorrow off. We did a marathon stream all over the weekend. There is like 50 hours worth of content up on my channel, up on my website, or there will be tonight. If you haven't seen it before, in this drop-down menu here at the top, there's videos. This is every standard deck we've played. These are just the highlights. Every single day, I tag 1 or 2 standard decks with ones that I enjoy. So you can find lots of really great things up here. Thanks everybody for watching. Shout out to all the new subs. We had a lot of good, great new Prime subs today. If you're a new sub of any sort, you should make sure to link your Twitch with your Discord and pop on into the subs Discord server. I'll be back bright and early Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. or before Central Standard Time. We're going to play Modern and Pioneer to start, and then we're going to roll on in to some Standard afterwards. My scheduled did say historic, but I'm going to flip that to standard because there's more of this format I want to get through. So back in a couple of days. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I appreciate everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Monday wherever you're at. I do have infinite shillings.